EPLANT-Piping Basic tutorial. This video shows how to set up the automatic dimension generation in Piping Isometrics. As for other settings, it is advisable to work inside an isometric file, because in this way we could directly check the result of any changes. We take the automatic dimension command that allows modifying the corresponding setting also. There are three options: to dimension the whole isometric, to select components through a window, or by 2 points. This last option is used to place a dimension between any two components and to reposition the dimensions of an axis reference of an equipment or a column center, defined in the 3D model. Let's see now how to modify the criteria used to place automatic dimensions. From this window, we define the rules by components types that are used to decide where the automatic dimensions are generated. Three conditions apply: whether the ends are flanged, whether the ends are not flanged, imposing a connection point, as for example in this case, when it is the first connection point that will be dimensioned. For each rule, either the center or the end must be specified. For example, for flanges, the end is set. For flanged valves is the same, but for not flanged valves is the center. Checking this option, the total dimension is also generated. With this option, in case the line has a change in the piping specification class, a special symbol is inserted that will show both classes. With this option, we can add the fill welding symbols, defined in case of spool. And at last, with this option checked, the insulated pipe segments are identified with double dashed lines. We exit with Cancel to avoid modifying the project setup, and the dimensions are automatically generated. We can see that now we have another dimension added because we specified the total dimension too. We take again the same command to modify other parameters. This is the layer where the dimensions are drawn. The color assigned to that layer, the block name used as arrow, it is recognized as such if it has the ISO-R prefix. This is the text style used for the dimension values, the text height and width, the distance between the text and the dimension line, and at last the distance between the pipe axis and the reference dimension line. In case of placing a dimension between two components, the distance of the reference lines can be modified before to generate the dimension as to avoid superposition with the existing one. Let's generate dimensions again.